as Jason Myers will kick it away with Kendre Miller and Bayless Jones back deep. And it will be Miller on the return. And Miller stopped at the 30-yard line. And we check in with A.J. Ross. Seattle coming off a win in Pittsburgh. These home fans are excited. It is loud as Rattler goes to the air on first down, and he's got a completion. That is Chris Olave reeling it in, and very close to a first down. It's second down and 1. And a handoff to Alvin Kamara. He's got the first down. And up to the 47-yard line for Kamara. Back to Kamara. And he picks up about a yard on the play.
That aggressive in the free safety position, play action can get him, and I want to see the Saints test him that way.
Kamara on 2nd and 9, trying to turn the corner, and a good run, shoved out of bounds by Job in his 3 meetings against the Seahawks. On 3rd down, Rattler to the air, incomplete. Juwan Johnson, the intended target. 4th down and 2, play clock down to 1. Rattler out of the shotgun. Rolling right, throwing deep. Kamara is open, incomplete.
See him setting it down and bringing it on up.
He didn't give me a ride, though.
you and me both.
Kenneth Walker on 1st down, and the Saints were ready for that one. And as A.J. already pointed out, Zach Charbonnet is out today with a foot injury, so expect a steady dose of Mr. Walker. 2nd down and 10, pressure coming, Darnold in trouble, and still on his feet. Now moving, and he's got a man, Smith-Njigba at the 30. And Smith-Njigba shoved out by Alontae Taylor. Wow, the Saints had Darnold. Brian Brzee could not get him down, and it goes for 29 yards.
Jason, this is a great example by number 11, Jackson Smith-Njigba, seeing that his quarterback is in trouble and then going into their scramble. He had him dead to rights. He got away, and Smith-Njigba moved along with his quarterback.
Walker again going nowhere. It was Pete Werner coming up to make the tackle. Franchise record, breaking a tie with Drew Brees. Walker again trying to get to the outside and stopped by Nathan Shepard, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
I think even bigger than that, the type of leader he is for this organization.
Darnold's pass is deflected and incomplete. And that'll make it 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit led by Jason Myers. Now, flag has come out now late.
Having a nice discussion with Tom Eaton, the line judge.
Foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 90. The penalty before tackle distance to the goal is an automatic first down.
Torrey Horton goes in motion on 1st down and 10. A play fake, Darnold on the move. Darnold throws, and he's got a man. Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba. His first touchdown of the season.
This offense and what it's able to do, and this is old school Gary Kubiak going boot to your left side right there for Sam Darnold and able to get his shoulders around the head. Jackson Smith-Njigba and connection between quarterback and wide receiver.
Dad Gary Kubiak, son Clint learned his lessons well, calling plays for the Seahawks now.
Proved very costly on that first Seattle drive. Myers kicks it away. Miller on the return from the 6. Miller runs into his own man and is down at the 29-yard line. Rattler to the air on 1st down, and he's got a completion out to the 35-yard line. That's Jack Stoll's first catch as a member of the Saints. Kamara, and that'll bring up 3rd down and short. Derek Hall in on the tackle for the Seahawks. Kamara. And we'll see where they spot him. Appeared to be a little bit short. Rattler trying to do it himself. A push forward. And there is a flag down. And a false start against the Saints.
Pre-snap penalties on offense.
Left-footed punter booms one down the field. Good punt. Driving Horton all the way back to his 6-yard line. Horton on the return at the 20, right up the middle to the 30. Now Horton to the outside. Torrey Horton down the sideline. and it's a touchdown! 95 yards!
To the house, and look at the key blocks. One there, knocking a guy down. Him doing the rest with his legs, and then don't let a kicker block you either. Surratt goes and makes the last. He is able to get you to the end zone, and Horton does it.
Torrey Horton, a rookie from Colorado State.
Big dinner this week.
On a rookie contract? What are you doing to it?
Miller from the 6. And Miller across the 30 and down at the 32-yard line. Let's go back. Kendre Miller is in the backfield on first down, and the left tackle moved early. That's Kelvin Banks.
False start, offense number 71. 5-yard penalty, first down.
After the penalty, 1st and 15. A throwback to Miller, trying to get some blockers ahead. He does. And Miller gets across the 30 before Tyrese Knight makes the tackle.
And they're off to a start today. They're starting to bring them back.
Flag is down, and this one is blown dead.
False start, offense number 12. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Rattler steps up. Another flag is down. This one could be coming back. Another Saints penalty. A hold against New Orleans. Kelvin Banks, though.
Offense number 71. 2-yard penalty, second down.
It is incredibly hard to hear. That's why the Saints are for sure using silent count throughout this game, guys.
On 2nd and long, Shaheed is tripped up. And a good play by Kobe Bryant.
And Seattle's been getting it done with just 4 people most of the year in pass rush.
Another flag down. Jawan Johnson on the reception and hit hard out of bounds.
Holding. Offense number 72. That penalty declined. He goes for the play.
23-yard line. Coming off the edge, a block. Seahawks got it. A loose ball scramble, and it'll be Seattle football.
Coming off the edge, right there was DeAnthony Bell, completely unblocked. And that's the thing, Charles, you got to be able to scoop it up there.
And Chaz Surratt had an opportunity for the scoop and score. Surratt's a former quarterback, so you know he's used to handling the football. But since he's gotten to his linebacker skills, not quite the same. I think he got a little over-eager, thinking if I just pick it up, I'm going to score. But what a textbook job by Bell, coming across the leg of Kroger at an angle. So even if he missed, he doesn't run into the... See if Darnold goes right to it.
Nightmare for New Orleans here in the first quarter. Darnold, quick pass, Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp inside the 5. Now going back to the punt block.
If he takes him to the fight right now, if you follow him where the fight is.
Here's Walker. Kenneth Walker fighting forward and stretching for the goal line. He is in. Touchdown Seattle. And they are pouring it on early at Lumen Field.
The fullback took him to the fight.
Took him right to it.
I don't know if his moves at the after party are going to be justified, but he darn sure took him to the fight.
And now with 21 points, it's the most first quarter points scored by Seattle.
Exactly, the platform heels.
Those platforms, baby.
Yes.
Thank you, Gene. As Myers kicks it off again, Miller on the return from his own 1. Miller across the 20, angling to the sideline, is tackled at the 25 as we check in with A.J. Ross. 3-time Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee for the Saints. Very active and a huge part of that community as Mike Morris makes the tackle.
Can they knit together and help out?
Rattler throwing left, and it's nearly intercepted. Intended for Chris Olave. And it looked like Darion Kendrick had a great chance to pick that one off. Pressure coming up the middle. Rattler flicks it to Kamara with room to run. He's got the first down. Great improvisation by Spencer Rattler, and it goes for a gain of 14.
And the improvisation that you pointed out, Andrew, got him a first down.
Olave on the wide receiver screen, slips a tackle. And a nice pickup for the Saints. Rattler right back to the air, and he's got a first down. Right back to Chris Olave.
Let's see if this up-tempo play can help them out.
Kamara on the ground. Through 2 weeks, only Washington had run more no-huddle plays than New Orleans.
And go out there and battle and show that for your guys.
2nd down and 8. Lawrence coming off the edge. Rattler taking a deep shot with a flag down. What a play on the interception by Job. But what is the penalty flag going to be? Olave indicating it's against Seattle.
And he's been playing so well for them.
Illegal contact, defense, number 29, 5-yard penalty for the spot. It was not a red count.
And try and stretch the field a little bit more.
1st down and 10. Kamara right up the middle inside the 35 and down at the 34-yard line.
Block it up with these 2 tight ends here and take your shot.
They run it with Kamara, who is thrown back, and that was DeAnthony Bell, who was elevated off the practice squad yesterday for the 2nd straight week. The man who blocked the punt earlier in the quarter, making the tackle. On 3rd down and 6. Rattler throws, and that's complete for the first down. Olave has been busy on this drive, and that could be the final play of the quarter.
Let's see if they take one of those shots that you talked about, Jason.
Rattler play fake, throw in, and it is incomplete. Job had the coverage on Rashid Shaheed.
Devin Witherspoon, and see if they hold up against the pass game.
There's a quick pass over the middle, and Jawan Johnson reels it in. 3rd down and 2. Kamara, and he's got the first down.
It changes a lot because that communication and knowing who's dropping out and who's moving up to come and put that pressure on, you have to know that ahead of time, as Kobe Bryant makes a fantastic tackle in the open field.
Play number 14 on this drive. Rattler out route, Olave. Knocked out of bounds by Job after a 5-yard pickup.
On the defensive side of the ball.
Rattler, end zone, broken up. Great play made by Josh Job.
He is playing so well. Jason, what have you been seeing from him when you watch him?
I see the confidence and a lot of what they...
Kellen Moore trying to put some points on the board. He sends out Blake Grupe for a 27-yard field goal attempt, and it is good. They've run 8 plays, and they lead 21-3. This is Tariq Young on the return for Seattle. And he's got some room. At midfield, blockers ahead down the sideline and chopped down at the 37-yard line.
And no penalty flags on either one, which is unusual when you get these kind of returns. But this special teams unit of Jay Harbaugh's is playing at an extremely high level today, doing everything right, not putting flags on the ground. Look at how matching up blocking. That's Drake Thomas, 42, blocking for Tariq.
A 60-yard return. And here's a handoff to George Olani. Darnold to the air, and he fires to a wide-open man. It's caught. That's the tight end, A.J. Barner. 23-yard gain.
And guys, the protection was so good. Sam Darnold could wait an extra half count to let Barner clear. It's like
Seattle inside the red zone. Darnold back to the air, throwing end zone for Horton. Touchdown! Torrey Horton, a punt return score, and now through the air, and Seattle adds to its lead.
Charles, they all started in as tight splits there and break out from there, and a good pitch and catch.
We had a great conversation with Cooper Kupp about that exact formation and system on Friday, and then they demonstrated it.
Torrey Horton, what a pick by general manager John Schneider in the 5th round out of Colorado State. He already this year has 2 receiving touchdowns and a punt return touchdown. Myers boots it away. And here's Miller on the return from his own 3-yard line. Miller to the 27. We go across the country to New York. Adam Shine has an NFL Today update.
Luther Burden's grandfather, Tiki Burden, play for the Knicks and the Nets one day.
Let's see where the Saints go here. Miller on the ground and taken down. Tyrese Knight, Josh Jobe on the tackle. Josh Jobe now has 7 tackles. Rattler in trouble, able to get rid of it. And Miller to the 32-yard line. Rattler stands in the pocket, fires, tipped, and nearly intercepted. Darion Kendrick got a hand on it, and it's 4th down.
How about that pickup? You talked about it earlier, Jason. They got him at the end of training camp, Darion Kendrick, and his confidence grows with every snap. Should have had an interception.
Kroger punts it away. Torrey Horton drifting to his left and fields it at the 15-yard line.
When they were playing and coaching the Saints.
Darnold deep on 1st down. Smith and Jigba reels it in. There is a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
How about this pass protection for Sam Darnold? Look at it. Able to wait, bounce, and then there's the penalty by Godchaux, dropping him real late in it. But Smith and Jigba just runs past Kool-Aid McKinstry, number 4, and underneath him was Justin Reed, number 21, and that pass, again, dropped in the bucket. Sam Darnold.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 92. That penalty is enforced from the end of the run. It's an automatic 1st down.
Penalty, 1st down and 10 from the 16. Hand off to Walker. Walker tiptoes his way to the 13-yard line. Sam Darnold.
The tight formation you talked about again, Jason.
Play fake, Darnold rolling right. Darnold throws, and it's caught down to the 5-yard line. Still going and pushing his legs to the 2. 1st and goal. Walker following his fullback, Oots, and Walker is in again for a touchdown.
If Walker is able to waltz right into the end zone, watch him follow right behind the fullback, put your head down, and he has a nose for that end zone of being able to find a way of slithering, turning, torquing, doing whatever he needs.
Jason Myers with the extra point. 35-3. With them, including several coaches who were in New Orleans a year ago. And boy, do they have everything rolling today for Seattle. Miller on the return to the 25. It's the most first half points for Seattle. Kamara on 1st down, he slips.
To get this crowd to maybe quiet down a little bit.
Kamara up the middle for a 1st down. Team bonding, a boat ride yesterday, so they've been here for a while, but it has not paid off so far today. And a false start against New Orleans.
First down, offense in the 71. 5-yard penalty, 1st down. Correction, 2nd down.
Rattler over the middle. Shaheed has it at midfield, and it's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
And Rattler stood in there and didn't flinch.
Kamara picks up 2 on the ground. Olave trying to get the 1st down, and he does. Good job after the catch by Chris Olave, who already has 8 catches in the 1st half. 1st down and 10. Kamara runs into a brick wall. That is Leonard Williams throwing him down.
Quite well for the big cat.
Rattler looking deep. He will take a shot deep with a flag down. He's got a man down there. Okada comes over and breaks it up. Rattler has a completion, but a big hit.
Because the way things have gone today, points are good for this New Orleans team.
Blake Groupie is no good. Seattle takes over, 1st down and 10. And they run it with Walker. Big game for the Chiefs tonight against the Giants. Darnold surveying the scene, gets rid of it, and he's got Torrey Horton. Why not? What a day it's been for Torrey Horton.
Yeah, they come up on 3rd and short. They'll probably use a tight end here for the quarterback sneak.
Yep, it's A.J. Barner, his 3rd carry, and there is a flag down.
And remember, there's been a lot of talk about the tush push. And
Offside. Defense on the 40 line.
Nope.
The 5-yard penalty goes to the first down.
So first down and 10 for Seattle. Here is Walker turning it upfield. Kenneth Walker with a flag down. Walker picks up 13, but coming back.
Offense number 61, 10-yard penalty, no first down.
I'd get away if I could.
Walker, the left side this time, and Walker is chopped down by Nathan Shepard. Darnold to the sideline, and Smith and Jigba has another catch. That's his 4th.
To have them a little subdued with the score like this, that still is compliment to some degree, I would say.
There's Torrey Horton again, making the catch at the 39 and then pushed all the way back. So far this year, he's 1 for 1 on field goals beyond 50 yards. Out of the hold of punter Michael Dixon. Myers' kick on the way, and it is good. So Groupie misses from 52. Myers is good from 50 for Jay Harbaugh today in the Seahawks. Here's Miller on the return. Good special teams tackle is made by Drake Thomas. Rattler steps up, and he's going to keep it himself. And he gives himself up at the 31-yard line. New Orleans with 1 timeout. Now look at the Saints 0-2 coming into this game, but they had a chance to win both of their first 2 games. 1 possession games as Johnson picks up the first down.
The play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 99. The 15-yard penalty is added on from the end of the play, and it includes an automatic first down.
I was like, wow, Derek Hall's absorbing lessons well.
Rattler to the 40. Inside a minute to go. That is Shaheed on the reception.
A lot of time left.
Rattler threw that one behind Kamara, but a flag flies in from the secondary.
Illegal use of hands to the face, defense number 29. This is a 5-yard penalty and includes an automatic first down.
Penalty against Josh Jobe of Seattle.
Have not been very forceful.
Rattler to Brandon Cooks, who slides down at the 30-yard line. Rattler eludes the rush, and he's going to keep it himself, angling for the sideline. Another flag is down.
Holding, defense number 29. This 5-yard penalty is added on to the end of the run and includes an automatic first down.
He might change his jersey number at the half.
Rattler rolling, throwing. He's got a man that's at the 5-yard line. Shaheed brings it in. They're going to have to call timeout for Blake Groupie. And the kick is good, and that's the final play of the first half. Seen a big punt return touchdown and a long kick return by this man, Tariq Young. Trying to get one going again. And Young is still going across the 30 and out to the 36-yard line.
Good straight-ahead run here. Look at the offensive line getting on top.
Kenneth Walker on first down, and a good start to the second half.
This is what Seattle's going to want to do in the second half, grind away.
And they gave him 10 for a first down, and here's number 10, Cooper Kupp to the 32-yard line. Pete Werner on the tackle after a gain of 23.
This is Cooper Kupp getting involved in the game, and that's been a really good leader for this football team as long as that goes along well with his production.
Back to Walker, and a flag flies from the secondary. Saints to just 5 for Seattle in the first one of the second half. Goes on Nathan Shepard, another New Orleans penalty.
Defensively, he put it on in our meeting room so Cooper Kupp could teach us.
Walker left side, got space down the sideline. Walker nudged out of bounds by Justin Reed.
holding. Offense number 81, 2-yard penalty, replay first down.
That quarterback, third-round pick out of Alabama. Milroe keeping it himself, trying to get to the outside. Gets a couple on the play.
Way to show people I've got something else that they're going to have to prepare for.
Darnold just throws this one to the turf. Pressure was coming. A.J. Barner in the vicinity, and now it's third down and long. Seattle will run it on third and long, and Walker escapes Brzee and then goes up high. Now, maybe he got a yard, but it was still very exciting to watch as Walker tried to go over Kool-Aid McKinstry. He actually lost a yard on the play. But let's look at it again anyway. Myers from 51 yards away, and his kick is blocked. So the Saints return the favor, but there is a flag down.
Seattle's going to keep this football, going to get another opportunity here.
Justin Reed.
Offside, defense number 21, 5-yard penalty, replay fourth down.
You kind of take that risk on a 4th and 18.
So now Myers from 46 yards away, and this one is good.
Just a scoop and score guy. You initiated the play to get the scoop and the score.
No
you
doubt.
deserve that touchdown.
So 41-6 is when we reach the Shakira portion of the broadcast. Rattler over the middle, and that pass is broken up by Kobe Bryant. Intended for Juwan Johnson. Rattler in trouble, and down he goes. And that's Byron Murphy with the sack after he had a sack and a half a week ago.
He's going to start to think he's a pass rushing machine, but he better go back and dap up his secondary.
Torrey Horton is back deep to receive the punt from Kai Kroger. Horton from the 26. Running left, gets by one, tried to put the brakes on and cannot. There's Walker on first down, turns it up and crosses the 40 up to the 42-yard line.
Different offense with a different mentality at that, as we've talked about the fullback being on the field as well.
Walker, good patience, but not able to get to the second. It's 3rd and 2. Darnold swings one to Smith and Jigba, trying to fight for that first down. I think he did just enough. Play fake. Darnold over the middle, and he checks it down. That's Walker, and Walker picks up another first down. Jonathan Bullard on the tackle.
Spot, and Horton does the rest.
Walker on the ground again.
Defense for New Orleans.
Walker up the middle. And Walker still going, picks up another first down.
Roommates in North Dakota State, not just teammates.
Darnold, and he slings one in for a first down. 5.5 to go in the third. And Walker gets a yard.
And he's a smaller version of Patrick Ricard, the Baltimore Ravens all-pro fullback.
Darnold comes back across his body, incomplete.
And Queen was an all-pro last year.
3rd down and 8. Darnold to Smith and Jigba, incomplete. Dixon holding, kick on the way, and Myers is good again.
The night before the game.
2 weeks in a row, why not?
They'd have to explain a lot, I think. Better get on it.
I think the film was shown to New Orleans after what happened a week ago.
It was shown 32 teams watch that tape.
Yep. There's Miller on first down. And a big hit by Josh Jobe, knocking Miller out of bounds. Miller on 2nd and short. And there's Reese Woolen on the tackle. See where they spot him. And a late flag comes in. Rattler's pass is caught by Juwan Johnson.
17 straight games now with multiple catches for Juwan Johnson.
And Jones taking out some frustration after he was called for that penalty. Big play in the backfield.
What do you think, Jason and Andrew? He's like, you got me for that? For a penalty? Okay, let me get...
Their best for Seattle, and that's something that's been exhibited time and time again.
Yeah, you're right about that, AJ.
And a sack as Rattler is taken down, but maybe a little too aggressive by Okada.
Of how the game is going, and you got to kind of slow it down. There's not a lot here. Okada, he kind of picks him up, and I think that's what they're calling on.
UE takedowns.
Unnecessary rough this defense, number 99. A 15-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Yeah, he told AJ Ross at the half, relentless is still out there. And Mike McDonald wants him to stay that way.
So the penalty gives New Orleans a first down, and the Rattler has a completion. That is Olave reeling it in, and Kendrick on the tackle.
If it's one-on-one coverage, let it loose and see if a guy can go make a play.
Miller. And he sneaks into Seahawks territory. To Spencer Rattler, Jason, to your point, he has 24 completions today.
You're going to see these two guys back there, and they don't let anything. But when those guys rotate on the snap, you got to get the ball out.
Brandon Cooks has a first down catch.
Moving to his left, and when the target came open, putting the ball right on him.
Rattler, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. First down again for the Saints. Showing the decibel meter on the scoreboard. Pumping it up with 2 on the play clock. Rattler rolling right. Throws to the back of the end zone. He's got a man down there. Did Jack Stoll get his feet in? He did. And a touchdown for Jack Stoll. That's his first NFL touchdown.
Well, that was poise in the noise for Spencer Rattler. I know the scoreboard, not a big deal.
And we have false start.
Number 74, 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
Try from a little longer to add the extra point. And the kick is good. And now a short week to get ready for the Seahawks. That's something to keep an eye on. As
That means Trey Benson ready to go.
and we have a touchback. And here's Drew Lock, who's now in his second stint with the Seahawks. Handing off to George Holani.
With Sam Darnold, I guess you got to take advantage of that, but I would have loved to see Jalen Milroe.
Holani again, and Demario Davis is there to make the tackle.
If you bypass him, even if he intellectually understands it, that's not going to be great for him. He wants to play too. So you got to give him a little sugar when you can, because ordinarily he won't be out there.
Offense number 18, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Pressure coming. Locke gets rid of it to Holani and runs right into Demario Davis. Shaheed is back deep. Shaheed fields it at the 16. Gets by one, gets by another, and Rashid Shaheed flying down the sideline, trying to turn it up and finally taken down. A.J. Prosser is 200 miles southeast of Seattle. Kellen told us that his parents still spend part of their time there. His wife is from Prosser, and he was going to have some family and friends in attendance today.
You know, he was a guy around town. They're like, there goes Coach. That's all you knew.
Olave has the catch. Kellen Moore threw a state record 173 touchdown passes at Prosser.
With Kellen Moore as their quarterback.
Kamara runs right into Mike Morris. And it's fourth down.
It's a really good job by Morris coming off the edge.
Rattler pressure coming. Gets away from Hall. Trying to direct traffic. Takes a shot. Throws. Picked off by Kendrick. Darion Kendrick with his second interception of the season. And that's the first turnover of the year committed.
You don't think that club still exists somewhere?
I don't think so.
Drew Lock play action, and he's got Holani for a first down catch. Holani again, and gets a yard on the play.
Maybe you don't have all the packages you want to play with, but they're playing really well.
Lock to the sideline, incomplete. Alante Taylor had the tight coverage on Torrey Horton for Seattle, and they'll just run it. Holani on the carry. It'll bring up fourth down, and we'll get another Seahawks punt. Shaheed is the deep man. This is a high spiraling kick. Shaheed calls for a fair catch at the 13-yard line. And Seahawks look like they're going to go to 2-1. That pass is batted down. Mike Morris has had a nice game defensively. Here's Miller, and Morris makes another tackle. 3rd and 7. Here come the Seahawks with pressure. Rattler rolling, throwing, incomplete in the direction of Brandon Cooks, and it's 4th down. Kroger boots it away. Horton moving up, calls for a fair catch at the 45-yard line with 7:54 to go. Jacardier Wright has entered at running back, and it's his first NFL carry. Wright was brought up off the practice squad yesterday, an undrafted rookie out of Missouri State who began his collegiate career at Kansas State. Back to Wright. Jacardier Wright is spun down about a yard shy of a first. Holani back in there, and he picks up the first down. Wright runs right into Demario Davis. That's right. Wright with a nice run, and he picks up a first down.
This weekend in elevated Wright.
Right again, this time he slips.
They got permission from the league to wear him a little extra down the stretch.
Holani, and the ball came out, and the Saints recover. Quincy Riley forces the fumble, and Pete Werner is there to recover it.
Look at Riley right there. Good job putting the shoulder pad on the football, and Werner on the spot to recover it. And Jason, to Andrew's point, for Brandon Staley, there are not a lot of highlights, but he is going to watch that film to see if he played hard all the way through, isn't he?
No doubt about it. Quincy Riley, the rookie, getting a chance to come in, do my thing.
And it's the NFL debut for Tyler Shuck. He comes in at quarterback to replace Spencer Rattler and pitches it to Miller, who nearly fumbled and then was taken down by Jarek Reed.
He was Justin Herbert's backup his first year at Oregon.
Shuck play action, and his first NFL pass is incomplete, intended for Jack Stoll. Shuck takes a shot, and his pass is incomplete. It was Ty Okada coming on a blitz.
Quarterback system, and he showed his wares, and now he's got his opportunity.
Punt bounces inside the 30 and goes out of bounds with 2:37 to go.
Those guys are gone, and the new guys that are here are performing well, and this is a really good football team.
And Noah Fant was playing tight end.
He was released.
Holani, and he gets to the 31-yard line.
This is the guy that you're like, oh boy.
MVP candidate.
It's all coming together for him.
Holani on 3rd and 2, and he picks up the first and still going to the 39-yard line.
Last one. Did he put a little extra taste in your pocket for that?
Most people around the country know him as Lou, so have to give both names. And it's the Seahawks going to 2-1, and for the first time since 2016, the Saints are 0-3.